You about the important role that the Presbyterian Church played in the education in early colonial America. One pressing issue facing the Presbyterian Church was providing education needed for its ministry. 23 of the 78 ministers in 1735 had graduated from Glasgow, 9 graduated from Edinburgh, 5 were from Harvard, 17 from Yale, and 4 were trained by William Tennet. 20 of them were of unknown education from abroad. The church was largely responsible for the people's education, as schools were mostly abroad. Upon the arrival of Francis Allison, there was no college nor grammar school in Maryland, Pennsylvania, Jersey, nor New York. William Tennet opened a school in Neshawang, but the church said every student unable to produce a diploma from an accredited institution was not to be licensed from the synod to teach the youth needed skills. Synod was in charge of licensing ministers of the Presbyterian Church. This could have prevented William Tennet's school from educating the people. William Tennet had been born in Ireland and graduated from Edinburgh on July 11, 1685, attaining a master's degree, and after completing his theological study, he became licensed by a Scottish presbytery. He was received as a probationer by the General Synod of Ulster on June 5, 1701. By September 8, 1718, he was safe in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Out of 19 of his log cabin college graduates, 12 became licensed by 1742 by the Presbyterian Church. Even though the Synod had passed resolution that could interfere with the education of ministers at Tennet's log cabin college, the school gained acclaim from ministers like Samuel Blair of Fagg's Manor Church, who desired to contribute to the cause of the school to educate ministers who were to also be educators. They did not want to gain from the ruin of the synod from which their church stemmed to allow this group to be known as a synod. People criticized the main synod because it was obvious that pious ministers had come from Tennet's school. It was very glorious for Tennet to have had so many helpful graduates from his school. The synod proposed a new school at New London in 1739. It had become obvious from the conflict over Tennet's school the need for education in the territories at the time. The first truly noticed action was not by the synod, but in 1743 at Mr. Samuel Evans' meeting house at Great Valley on the 16th of November. The synod then agreed that a school should be opened for the education of the youth, requesting Francis Allison to take charge of the school. No adequate account had been written about the New London Academy. There is a great deal of information, though, about the academy called New London Academy compared to information about other academies being formed at the time. This led to the development of academic achievement like the translation of the Septuagint in America by Charles Thompson, who is known as the Samuel Adams of Pennsylvania, and eventually the founding of the University of Pennsylvania.